RacerTV.com here in just mere moments. Also, as the Racer.com TV, the RacerTV.com crew is out and about. I can't talk this morning. It's Saturday, obviously. Believe it or not, I was in bed at 10:30 last night.
Oh, I was in bed early, Rodney, that's for sure. Can you believe it's Saturday morning, my man? Here we go, the final day's racing. Going to see who gets the very first Bell Helmets Whole Shot Award here on Saturday morning. And I can tell you, already, look at this.
52.
Our 250C Limited, led by the number 52 of Tyler Winaka, out of Mountain House, California. What a great day to close out the week. Your final moto, get a whole shot. And we know Tyler more than capable of taking advantage of it.
No doubt about it. And Tyler actually picks up $100 from Bell Helmets, and also a good advantage here heading into this third moto. A 3-3 with 6 puts him in to second place as far as the championship is concerned. He's got to watch out for the 99 machine of Luke Finnis, who is certainly coming into this one with some strong results at a 2-1. He's got a little bit of a buffer zone out there, so a 3 and a 6 are battling for the overall championship right now, and your leader, Yanaka, is hoping that the 99 is buried back there in that pack somewhere.
He is trying to check out right now, Rodney. We are less than half a lap into this thing. I know he's got maybe 2.5 seconds over these guys. He was absolutely shot out of a cannon, and as he came through the shadows back there, he just really held that line, had great throttle management, and look at this. I mean, he's got 4, 5, 6 bike lengths easy in less than half a lap, and the good news for him, on this fresh prep soil, he's out front, has clean vision, clean air.
Well, look at that beautiful sunrise this morning at Loretta Lynn's, and that beautiful shot of the Red Bull drone there as they make through that sweeper turn for the first time. And of course, you look back to the number 2 spot, you see that KTM ride back there trying to get it all sorted out. I believe that is the 93, if I'm not mistaken, but here they come around. Yanaka, no, that was a 99. That must have been mud or something covering that number. So, wow. I was looking, I thought that was a 3, but it is a 9. So 99, Luke Finnis. That is your championship points leader, and here's the thing to point out about that. With a 3 and a 6 score right now, Luke Finnis has a 2 and a 1 and a 2. That gives him a total score of 5. Tyler Yanaka, 3-3-1, still has a score of 7. So Finnis sitting in the second place position, still in command and control of the national championship in this 250C limited class.
That's where it's going to be for him. He needs to just ride as smart as he can, keep the race pace going consistently, but right now what Phineas needs is 0 mistakes, and that's going to result in a championship.
Most certainly, and Ryan Friedley back in the number 3 spot. Mark Dawson, the 58 machine, is 4th. Nick Norton rounds out your top 5. Norton is 4th, tied for 3rd coming into this championship with a 7, a score of 1 and 6. He took a Moto 1 win, so we know he's capable of doing it. That could mean that he may want to be putting an explanation point onto his championship year here at Loretta Lynn's, and that could develop into something pretty exciting.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And you know, you're best remembered for your last race, and by golly, when you go out with a bang down here, that does lead into big things. But I got to ask you, Rodney, we've had this view every morning this week. Is there some kind of special lighting out there on the course right now? I mean, is that the most beautiful view and scene that we've had? When I looked at that monitor and that golden glow come across, right? I mean, picturesque doesn't even describe it.
It doesn't. You know, we've had some overcast mornings and stuff. So
this is gorgeous, man.
This is a beautiful way the sun rises this morning, and a beautiful way to start this race day. And I'm sure that Tyler Yanaka is thinking, beautiful, baby, beautiful. Just keep it up, keep it going. A 2.9 second lead, caught 3 seconds he was leading whenever he came by for the first lap complete.
On a short lap.
On a short lap. And at the end of lap number 2, he checks in a lap time of 2:02.134. Luke Finnis, a 2:02.783, losing only about 0.6. That gap now only 3.5 seconds. They have a 4.5 second lead nearly over Ryan Friedley. The number 3 position is Norton, still back there in the number 4 spot, turning a 2:05. If he intends to win this moto, he's going to have to find a little more speed than that. But hey, he's looking at a 3rd place overall as far as this top 10 is concerned, with a 1:64 right now. So still nothing to hang his head about, especially owning a Moto Gold from this first race here this week.
Are you kidding me? Having a Moto Gold by the end of the week and being on the overall podium. I tell you, though, time management is of the essence. Coming up on the 10-minute mark right now. Got to remember this is a 15-minute moto. So any moves that are going to be made within the next lap or two, you're going to have to start thinking about that, and all of a sudden the 2 lap card's going to be out.
Yeah, that is true. You know, it's amazing how much difference 5 minutes makes in a moto.
It's big. 5 minutes is easily 2.5 laps.
Yes, most definitely. And what that does, I mean, even for us announcing it, I can only imagine how it feels for them out there. You know, you think you got a little bit more time, and I'm sitting here announcing thinking they got a little more time, and then all of a sudden I look up and we have 5 minutes, 6 minutes that have already elapsed. We're under, obviously, 10 minutes worth of racing now at about 9.5 minutes after 2, working on lap number 3 as we welcome our RacerTV.com crowd along with us this morning. And, of course, glad that they got a chance to see that early morning view of what it looks like down here at the Dude Ranch.
Wow, they just showed that takeoff. There's some of that golden brown dirt right now. But I got to tell you, thanks to everybody watching at home. The comments that we've received this week, the coverage comments, so pumped that so many people, my boss, every day my boss sitting at work going over the numbers, man, listening to us and watching. And I appreciate everybody on social media. Just all kinds of positive feedback this week, Rodney.
Well, if you won't say it, I'll say good morning, Mark, up at RG in West Virginia. And, of course, we take a look at now 3 laps complete for Yanaka Venice. Norton is up to 3rd now, so he is making a few gains out there, but that gap is 13 seconds back to the number 3 spot. Cameron Batty is 4th. What happened to Friday? Dylan Thorwaldson checking in on the number 5 spot. There's Trustin Bradshaw, the number 33. 7th is Deegan Hepp, the 42. Brian DeWarder, the 81, and 8th. Ryan Freiley checks in 9th. A little tip over there, it looks like, for the number 20 machine. And the 31 of Seth Crotty rounds out your top 10. Overall top 10 looking like this as we got a little over 8 minutes left to go. And if nothing changes too much, we should see, wow, Venice now into the number 1 spot. Oh, no, he did have the number 1 overall with a 2-1-2. I don't know why I seem so surprised all of a sudden. Tyler, it's early yet. Tyler Yanaka, 3-3-1 second. What we got going on? That is the 16 of Nick Norton. Norton, we're watching here on our Red Bull Live drone right now as he has got a 13-second gap to make up. As we told you, he won Moto number 1, so it's going to be interesting to watch and see what his mindset is here this morning. Is he going to try to make up that now 16-second gap between he and first place ride, the 52 of Tyler Yanaka?
Just a moment ago, you and I mentioned time. It was 10 minutes, 30 seconds. Now it's 7 minutes, 30 seconds. That's, you know, that gives you an idea, folks, how these races develop and how quickly the time actually goes, because we're counting laps, not minutes.
Minutes, not laps.
Right? Yeah, we're counting minutes. We're counting minutes, not laps.
Yeah,
and that's the thing, you know.
And they do. They chip away so quickly, you know. And I'm not sure, you know. We have 9, 10, 11 laps, 8 laps, 7 laps, depending on what class is out there on the racetrack. So it's really, I mean, we have a general idea what these guys are probably going to be able to run. But hey, you never know if they can pick up and wick it up a little bit. Sometimes they get a little more in there than what we expect even.
Oh, no doubt, but I got to say, I made my point about as good as I figured out the announcer sheets this morning, too, so that didn't work out so good. After 2 motos.
Megawatt, you want to go lay down and start all over again, man?
I can't wait for Kevin Kelly to get here.
Well, you know, everything has gone so smooth this week, and I'm the PA this morning. But anyway.
And bless her heart, Gina did a beautiful job.
My gosh.
I was so pleased to have her this week. I thought that was a great selection. I don't know whose idea that was or who found her. What a beautiful job she did all week.
All I know is she sang, I think it was Tuesday morning, and Carrie Jo says, you're singing every day this week.
I love it. Well, good call, boss.
That's what I said.
Yep.
We got some good bosses there, there's no doubt. Tyler Yanaka, Luke Phineas, Nick Norton, 1, 2, and 3. Dylan Thorwaldson, Trustin Bradshaw, your top 5. We are watching on the screen your what appears to be should be national champion Luke Finnis. There is your leader, the 52, the man that he is, I wouldn't even say chasing at this particular point. We see 11 seconds opening up. Luke knows, hey, I got this title. I got a 2-1-2. I've done everything that I need to do. Let's not take these unnecessary chances. Let's get a comfort zone. He did that. He had a 13.5-second lead over third. He's just chilling.
This is Chapter 12 anywhere. MTF, Baker's Factory, the Goat Farm. race management, championship management. And you think that's not something that hasn't been discussed all week by everybody on this compound, by everybody at this ranch. He knows what has to happen. He knows where he's at, and he knows what a mistake can cost. We saw last lap crashes cost championships yesterday. It's a heartbreaker. It's a sad thing, and we see it happen all the time. And right now, Phineas doesn't want to be in that category. He doesn't want to be a statistic.
No, he does not want to be one of those statistics. And I'll tell you, the race management that Tyler Yanaka is pulling out here is pretty impressive, too. He's doing everything that he can. I mean, he had one thing that he could come and do today. Well, two things. Go out, get out front early, and take the checker flag. The only thing that he had to hope for was what went on behind him. And right now, the hopes that he was hoping for maybe not necessarily happening. But, some folks' dreams have to come true, and some folks' dreams have to be smashed, unfortunately. And it may be a week that Luke Phineas's dreams are here to come true, and Tyler Yanaka will have some great bragging rights, but a little crushed dream at the same time.
Let me tell you what my conversation will be this evening on the phone with some of my buddies. Man, that Phineas kid had a heck of a week, put in, a great ride and won a championship. But I'll tell you what I'm going to say as well about Tyler. Said, man, you should have seen Wanaka this morning.
Yeah.
Man, that guy ripped a whole shot, put his head down, and went out with a bang.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to say about Wanaka when I'm talking to my buddies tonight.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is the explanation point at Loretta Lynn.
Sure.
If you don't win the championship, you put a statement out in this third and final moto. And we'll see that even from some of our top competitors that maybe had a bad moto, finishing 40 or 42nd. We see some of the top guns that we expected to win these championships DNFing or coming up short in those first or second motos, and what they do is just exactly that. They come out and try to put that explanation point on it. What better way to explanate this final moto than with this Red Bull live drone shot? Man, I tell you, that right there, I would go home and I would rip that off RacerTV.com, and I would make my own special memorabilia video out of that. That is some special shots that we got going on here this morning. As Tyler Wanaka will take the white flag. I guess one of us needs to go down to the podium. You want to do this one?
No, you're going a great job this week. So everybody wants to receive their #1 plate from a known superstar, which is you. So anyways, hey, I'll keep it going up here in the tower. We're going to send Rodney down for the Race Tech podium here. First one of Saturday morning. Going to see Phineas, going to see Wanaka, Phineas, and probably Norton as we finish this last couple laps up. Looking forward to talking to those guys and see what the future plans are. These guys, 250C limited, a lot of guys moving up, a lot of guys going for a different class next year. So going to be interesting to find out what some of the plans are from Wanaka, Phineas, and Norton. Also, those guys will be looking at Phineas, Wanaka, and Norton at 1, 2, 3 potential overall, but right now running that way on the track, or actually Wanaka out front, Phineas in second, and Norton third on the track. Coming up next this morning, our 125cc 12 to 17 BC. Absolutely love that class. Super fast class. Takes me back to a special time, listening to all those screaming 125s. Listen to these guys just absolutely gutting those things out here in this deep soil. So 125 BC coming up. That's a 12 to 17 class. In staging area, we're going to have 450B limited. 450B limited. That's been a really competitive class all week, as well as college 18 to 24. So man, we're starting things off with a bang here this morning. Got some great racing, including Wanaka and Phineas right here at the beginning of the morning. So moving into some real exciting classes as we get into our 125 BC next, 12 to 17. Just about a minute 12 left in this one. Looks like the white flag is flying right now. The white flag is out, so we're going to close this one out right at 15 minutes with this white flag being out. So looking for a leader right now. Making his way back around for the final time, and there he is. Tyler Wanaka putting an exclamation point on his week here at the ranch in 250C limited with the win. Looking for the second place rider, looking for that number 99. Luke Phineas should be coming into view anytime here. And there he is, Luke, fist in the air, knows he's locked up the championship. That #1 plate coming his way here in just a moment with Rodney down on the podium. Nick Norton making his way back into view right now, coming around the Polysport Lake.
All right, Moto. Yeah, down here on the podium now is Tyler Wanaka is exited the podium and already going to get something to drink. He's like, all right, I want to put my back on the podium. I'm going to chill out over here and underneath the shade, get a Gatorade, see what's going on. Everybody else finally came in, man. That's how big of a lead that you had. I think he was wondering where everyone was, if you want to know the truth. But ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Tyler Wanaka, a third moto win here. And, buddy, it took everything this week, trying to put everything together, of course, and it all comes together for you this morning. Perfect start, perfect 15-minute moto.
Yeah, you know, I had a morning moto earlier this week, so I sort of had an idea of how the track would be like. I knew I just had to get that start, and I got that whole shot, and I kind of surprised myself a little bit, but I just calmed down, tried to find good flow, and, yeah, just held them off.
Yeah, well, we got a $100 whole shot check here we want to give to you. I know you got your hands full trying to get cooled down and everything, but, wow, good job this week. Second overall in the National Championship title fight from what I can tell here, and it may be second, but you leave with an explanation point, man. Who do you want to say thanks to?
Yeah, I'd like to say thank you to my mom and dad, my friends and family watching back home, my brother and sister for flying out here, EMT Racing, AJL Engineering, CP Racing, Lucas Oil, No Toil, DT1, Nika Metals, Engine Ice, Mojo Motorsports, 7MX, just everyone behind me that made this possible. Thank you.
All righty, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I think he'll also pick himself up a pair of Oakleys that he'll be able to give to his favorite lady in his life. And, of course, with that, Tyler Wanaka, Moto 3 winner here in the 250C Limited class. As we bring to the podium next will be our third place finisher. And if I'm not mistaken, that will be Nick Norton. So we'll reset the podium here. We'll get Luke's bike up on the podium and get Tyler's off. And we'll talk to Nick here about this third moto for him. He had a pretty spectacular week as well. And put your hands together for this guy right here, a 163 for third overall. Third here today. And wow, Nick, a Moto 1 win coming into this one this week. You had to be pretty pumped. And got a sixth in Moto 2 and come back and you fire off a third. A really strong week for you, man. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, I was pretty pumped to get that first in the beginning of the week, but I was really hoping to get a couple more Moto wins, but I'm pretty satisfied with a 6 and a 3.
There you go, buddy. Who do you want to say thanks to?
I want to say thanks to Lamson Motorsports, 100%, Bell Helmets, NorCal KTM, everyone behind me, 365MX, Brett Q, Boykin Suspension, everybody.
All righty, ladies and gentlemen, Nick Norton taking third here in Moto 3, and I believe likely third overall as far as the final is concerned. And as we bring to the podium next, put your hands together for our 250C Limited 2018 National Champion, and we're talking about Luke Finnis. Luke, come on up. Doing something over there with the folks at FMF, or not FMF, but from Bell Helmets, I guess. They're talking to him, so let's get him on over here, guys. We'll get him his shield here. This is one thing that is obviously a great and cool thing to be holding on to today, and a very hard-fought and well-deserved second place for this third moto. Obviously, it came to you rather easy. You got off to a second-place start. You did the math. You settled in and rode to a championship.
Yeah, sir. Just focus on not making any mistakes and stuff like that. Just rode my own race.
Tell me about this week, how this championship all broke down for you.
Well, I believe in the first moto of this, I started in neutral and had to bring it... had to work my way up to second place, and then after that, one second moto, and then second in this one to get the overall.
So what were you thinking whenever you were sitting down on this starting line this morning and things were getting ready to roll? What was going through your mind?
It's just another moto.
Just another moto. Was it just another moto?
Yes, sir.
That's great, man. At the end, does it feel like just another moto?
No, it doesn't.
How does it feel?
Feels great, man. I never thought I would be here.
Well, who do you want to say thanks to?
I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, Fly Racing, Westfield Power Sports, Club MX, 100%, Alpine Stars, my grandma, the Lord up above, and anyone else I forgot. Thank you.
And now the moment you've been waiting for, to present to you the #1 plate from the American Motorcyclists Association. Ricky records.